Bullish or bearish on Cardano, it doesn't even matter what side you're on. Right now, ADA setting the stage for the next move, likely a very volatile one. In this video, I'm going to break down what that means. I'm going to break down the long-term and short-term charts. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into the Cardano video. This is Cardano on the weekly. We're going to dig into this. We're going to dig into the short term. Before I do, I tweeted this. I just tweeted this 27 minutes ago. If ADA breaks $1.40 today, I'll give 140 ADA to one person who likes and retweets this. Crypto has been boring, so let's start having some fun as we wait. Follow me on Twitter if you're not on Twitter. Crypto Capital Venture. Get an account over there. Let's start having some fun because I tweeted yesterday, crypto's just been boring to me lately. And if we start doing some things like this, maybe we can at least have some fun while we wait. So, man, there's so much going on Cardano right now. This is the weekly chart. Now, I have to show this because it's very important as we start digging into the charts that, especially if you're new to this YouTube channel, the context, the foundation in which I speak is very usually bullish, and it's just because of this chart. It's the long-term bullish trend of Cardano, and it takes a lot of things into account, not even just the charts, but the roadmap of Cardano, right? We're in the middle or approaching the end of the Goguen era here, smart contracts on the way in less than a few months. Then we have scaling, and then we have governance, and we have really just the completion of this entire Cardano blockchain that truly has the potential to just completely change, world economies, the global economy from so many different perspectives, social perspectives, financial perspectives. And when I look at a chart, I'm kind of like, all right, there's definitely potential for downside. And a lot of this, we take Bitcoin context. Bitcoin, we've been saying, is kind of in the middle of this bull market. It's retracing. And just to give you an idea, from right back here in November, Bitcoin entering the bull market, I want to show you, we're 224 days into this bull market. In the last bull market, when Bitcoin broke this area, right around here, 224 days in, let's chart this, was right around here. Look how much left of the bull market there was, right? So we're talking over 300 days, 322 days or so, 315 days. So my point is this: if the bull market was somehow ending right now, right, and if this was the top, and the bull market actually only lasted to that top 154 days, essentially the bull market was just cut in half. Now, the reason I want to talk about that in relation to Cardano is because if that is true, and this bull market has been cut in half, and this was the top of this bull market for Cardano, and there is going to be downside, I very truly believe this. Just as true as this bull market happened way faster than the last bull market, cut that in half, and it just boom, bull market over. The bear market, whatever type of retracement we're going into, I believe likely to also be cut in half. I don't think it's going to draw out like this last bear market did. And here's Cardano in the last bear market. I don't think we're going to see something like that. And it's even illustrated in, if this was the top, this consolidation that's actually happening right here is just doesn't look like the top of a bull market. It just doesn't. This is kind of what a top of a bull market looks like. And the same is true on Bitcoin. So I wanted to kind of just preface this entire video by discussing that. Now, in terms of this next Cardano move and me saying Cardano setting the stage for the next move, it really is. And it's all happening all in here. Everything that's happening in here really actually kind of crazy. So let's dig in. This is on the daily chart. One thing I want to just note to you on the daily chart is, Cardano, and we haven't talked about this much, but we've talked about the $1.50. We haven't talked about the actual $1.33 area, the all-time high from, the end of the last bull market. And we can zoom all the way out here on this daily chart and look at this back here. January 2018, the all-time high. Isn't it interesting how Cardano dancing around that area since February? And we're in June going into July. So this range, $1.50 to the all-time high down here around $1.33 for Cardano of 2018, that range has been just an amazing area, an amazing data point for us to track right now as we're trying to figure out the next Cardano move, because we've danced with this area before multiple times before our run up to $2.50, and we've danced with it on the way down. Look at this support, and now we're dancing with it again as resistance. So it's just been flipping resistance to support to resistance, and here we are at resistance. Now, what makes the launch pad, what makes the I guess the stage being set, as I mentioned, so real is not only this area, the $1.33 to $1.55 area, but if we start looking at other areas of resistance that Cardano is below right now, it truly allows us to have so much data regarding confirmations. And that's really it. We're looking for trends to be broken, and we're looking for confirmations of those trends broken. That's the simplicity of technical analysis. And here's the trend. It's just lower highs, and we've tracked it over and over again, and it truly does kind of get boring. We're hitting just these same Fibonacci resistance on the way down, these lower high areas. If we go to a 6 hour, here's what it looks like, and it's very messy, but it's very plain to see what's happening. And I just want to break it down, each data point by each data point. So this orange is the $1.33 to $1.55 we just looked, or $1.50 that we just looked at, that resistance area. Cardano on the 6 hour, you can just see testing. Right now, we're at $1.33. That's that area. We have the 20-week moving average around $1.37. So here's the weekly. Let me zoom in so you can see this. So zooming in, $1.37. Cardano just below it. What's really cool is if you look at this chart, Cardano had a very similar kind of consolidation along and below the 20-week moving average. And this was, starting in August of 2020 into fall. Not saying it's going to do that and consolidate for a couple of months down here. We've already consolidated for a while, right? Already hitting that 20-week moving average for the first time in May. But just interestingly enough, the 20-week moving average is such a good area on the zoomed out charts. And we likely talked about it back here, getting pulled back into it. It has happened. So that's an area on the 6 hour chart that we want to be mindful of as resistance. It's just above. It's only 4 cents above. And then we have the 50-day moving average around $1.58. We have the $1.50 area just below that. So all of this resistance, it's all here. Look at this. So many resistance areas, and Cardano at the very bottom of it right now. The reason why this is so important is just because confluent with that is just this lower high trend line. And we've been tracking a couple different consolidation patterns, and it really is. It seems like so often I'm doing videos around this general vicinity, and kind of here we are again. But we have this upper trend line of this larger symmetrical triangle. We have this upper trend line back here of the smaller symmetrical triangle. Have to be very cautious. Cardano broke that trend line multiple times, never getting separation, right? Definitely not 10% separation from that trend line, always falling into a new lower high. Cardano's in a very clear downtrend, and you have to be very careful of that. But we use this, the downtrend, as well as these previous lower highs, as well as all of this resistance in here as the confirmation area. If we see Cardano start breaking into this resistance area, all matters of it. We're talking about $1.33. We're talking about the 20-week moving average at $1.36. We're talking about $1.50. We're talking about the 50 moving average at $1.58. If Cardano starts breaking into this, making some headway into it, this is bullish confirmation. This is the trend reversal we've really been waiting months for on these Cardano charts. So we're at a really, really interesting area where Cardano is setting the stage for its next move. Because if there is resistance, and this remains true resistance, Cardano right now putting in another lower high for continuation to the downside. And on the downside, we have to wait for this last area of support, which is the swing low to this swing high. And you can see we have this higher low support area, potentially if there's going to be just more consolidation, $1.15 to $1.08. Now, getting rid of that, I do want to mention this. We have this move happening right now, and I kind of want to go to an hourly so we can really dig into literally today. especially because I did that tweet, right, about breaking $1.40. So look at this. We have this last swing high before we just fell into a new swing low. And Cardano, all the while, with all of this resistance we just talked about, right now, testing this very short-term 7.8 to 618 resistance area, $1.32 to $1.35. So on the very short term, this is what it would look like if Cardano is going to start making a break for it into these resistance areas and above. It's going to start by breaking this lower high area that Cardano is in. And we've just been seeing these lower high areas over and over again on these charts, right? I mean, if we take a Fibonacci from this swing high to that swing low, I can't really see the wick. Where is the wick on this? Let me move this up. So to that swing low, you can see Cardano getting no separation from this Fibonacci resistance, putting in a lower high right here, continuing to the downside. So on the very short term, this is what Cardano is doing right now, and we're in the resistance, and this is what I'm tracking today. I want to see if Cardano can make a break out of this resistance area into, I mean, the middle, at the very least, of this next large resistance, $1.50 to $1.33. Can we break out of this lower high into this area and start flipping this around for higher lows? That's what we're waiting for. And this is partly why I tweeted this. You know, let's have some fun with it. For me personally, I'm waiting to see if Cardano can make that break to $1.40. So if you go to the hourly chart, what $1.40 looks like is this last lower high area. Can Cardano make a break to that area? And that's kind of why I did this little giveaway. Just have some fun with it. So those are my thoughts, everybody. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you're not staking with Crypto Capital Venture, stake your ADA if you have ADA. There's no risk. You're not locking anything in. Earn rewards every 5 days. And just accumulate as you sit and wait and as we watch these charts. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for cruising by. I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.